Okay, guys, I am picking up on the word chaos. Okay, it feels very chaotic. It feels like maybe towers coming down. Whoever this divine masculine is, I feel like parts of this journey, it's starting to get exposed, and they're having to defend you. They're having to defend the connection to you. And because they're getting in this defensive energy, I feel like someone's looking at them and saying, like, he really loves her. Okay, so I don't know who this is. It could be somebody in their family, it could be a partner of theirs, it could be a close friend of theirs. I'm hearing arguments, okay? So I feel like the connection itself seems like it's forbidden, and I don't know what that means for many of you. I'm going to touch on a few things like age gaps, or maybe your divine masculine is already married, maybe they're with a long-term partner. Maybe they're heavy influenced by their family and you just don't fit into what family expects for your divine masculine. Maybe you guys are separated by countries, okay? You're at a great distance from one another. And I feel like there's this pull, okay? But this pull, it's like uprooting things. And when you uproot something, it can seem very disastrous, right? Because I'm getting crumble. You know, like when you uproot a plant and you want to transfer it to another pot, there's always like a crumble of dirt everywhere. You know you're going to have like a little scoop and brush to clean up the area. That's the crumbling that I am seeing. So there's this, pull towards you, but at the same time, it feels very chaotic. So it's sending a lot of mixed messages to your masculine. Like they maybe need to just stay away from you because they're dealing with a lot right now because of you. It's not that they're meaning to blame you, but it's like, whoa, this connection to you, it's starting to cause a lot of weird things to happen around me. That's the only way that I can put it. It's like this very, they don't want to block you off, but they're being influenced too. And they're trying to put everybody's perspective, or there's a card, and I don't even know what card it is. It's in my fairy tarot, but it's like trying to merge everybody's viewpoints together. There's a big part of them as well that's starting to feel like, I don't want anybody else's input. I know what I know. Okay. And for some reason, divine feminine, like there's a whole lot of people invested in your life. And it's only now your divine masculines are kind of scratching their head going like, why is everybody so focused on the divine feminine, and why do people know so much about you? People are starting to reveal themselves. I feel like maybe it could have been that like veil, like a lot of your masculines were veiled in the beginning. That's why they talked about this connection so much with just anybody who was willing to listen. But I feel like once they gave this information to certain people, there was like a veil, and the veil wouldn't allow them to see the sacredness of the connection to you, but rather it's blocked. So therefore people would probe and pry and they would reveal information, okay? And now they're starting to feel like they really should have protected this connection, because like I'm feeling like a lot of jealousy. A lot of your masculines are feeling chaos from being spiritually attacked. They don't know that these are spiritual attacks. They just feel like everything around them is shifting, it's changing, they can't trust people. They might even be feeling a little bit at one point like they can't even trust you. This is going to be a time where many of them are feeling like they're wanting to just maybe cling to the karmic or the closest person to them. This could be the karmic in the form of like their parents, people who they have trusted their whole lives. And I feel like that big tower moment is going to be realizing that like you've been sleeping with the enemy. Do you know what I mean? Or you've been keeping close proximity to the enemy. You've been telling the enemy all of your secrets. You've been revealing all of your your magic, your wishes, your goals, your dreams, and it's being like siphoned in a way. And now it's like there's so much confusion. Okay, they're really gonna have to rely on like their body. What does your body say? What does your intuition say? Now is a time also where I feel like a lot of you divine feminines, you are being protected by keeping space. I feel like there is this, like your angels, I feel like I see angels with swords and they're guarding any interference around you, because I'm seeing fingers as well. Like people really want to have you fumble or mess up or do something so that way they could say, aha, I told you so. Like his community can say, aha. But for some reason, the universe or your angels, they're hiding you or you're invisible in some way. So I don't know what that's all about, but I am going to get a few messages around it. Okay, let's use the Yin Yang Oracle and we'll see what is going on in your Divine Masculine's life right now. Again, this whole energy around chaos. Can we get some messages about the Divine Masculine and what's happening with them? Yeah, the union energy. Okay, so it's like two sides of this union energy is beautiful, but at the same time, like it's bringing up a lot of chaotic energy. This probably represents a lot of what I was feeling, right? Rejection. Many of them are seeing a lot of relationships fall down around them, and they're being rejected because it's like I feel like people are finding out about this connection to you, Divine Feminines, and there's a lot of judgment around that. Maybe they're being ostracized from like the group, or for the first time ever, they're feeling like people are whispering about them or gossiping or talking about them. They feel like they want to run away. You know what I mean? They may be trying to disguise this a lot, okay? But the union energy is integrating into their lives because the people around them, like as when they see you, Divine Feminine, they immediately become activated, okay? And when they become activated, they can't avoid the journey of like being authentic, okay? Which means like you have the gift of sight now, you have the gift of clarity, you can feel other people's intentions, you know when someone's lying, you know when someone's deceiving you. Before meeting you, oh, I'll chummy with these people, no problem. You overgive, you overdo, even though you know at the back of your mind that it's like there's some bit of fakery and there's some bit of manipulation and there's some bit of just going along with things to get along that I gotta do, but it's okay because this is family. These are my friends, I've known them all my life. Oh, that's just how they are. Like they've been in that kind of mentality. But when you have union energy, it's like this big light here, right? Like the bing, all of a sudden gifts start unlocking. That is when the ascension happens. And this is during ascension, it's like it feels so chaotic because there's old parts of you shedding, and there's so many things that are coming up, like aha moments, epiphanies, okay? And the synchronicity starts speaking to you, and you do feel ostracized because then you start talking crazy, and then you feel out of place with people. That's the energy that they're feeling. They feel out of place with these people. They may be trying to explain this journey to you in terms that people can't understand, or people are making fun of them. Like people don't think that they're worthy of real love, like true love like this. A lot of people might be very jealous of you as well, Divine Feminine, but they're going to disguise it as you're not good enough for the Divine Masculine, okay? But low key, they damn well know what's about to be experienced on your path. Like you may be in a position right now, Divine Feminines, where it's like, okay, maybe you're not abundant or have money or whatever you don't have that's important to these people. The universe is about to give it to you on your path at 10 times more than these people have. They're going to have to shut their mouth and sit down, right? Shut your mouth and sit down, right? Not even sit down, sit down. That's what your energy is about to do. And a lot of your masculines can feel this. That's why it's so confusing, because they can feel the power of the integration of that union energy meeting you. And it's like that feeling of love, right? Like when you feel like you've met that romantic partner that you seek, like in the Romance Angel Oracle deck, it's like all material things kind of cease to exist, right? It's like you're in this love bubble and feel like all we need is, like that Bob Marley song, what does he say? Is this love that I'm feeling, right? Where he just talks with a roof right over our head. Really, like when you're in love, that's all you need. Like you want all these things in the way, take it. Take all my material possessions, take it. But there's some karmic energies that don't want them to give, like, what do you mean? Whoa. You remember the scene in Pretty Woman when he had Stucky as his lawyer? And then when he met Vivian, when Edward met Vivian, he kind of started falling in love and thinking differently. And Stucky, his lawyer, was like, what the hell are you doing? You're going to mess up these investments. Like, Edward, we've been working on these contracts for forever. And Edward's like, you know what? Like, I want to do something different here. That's the energy that I am picking up on. It's like all along your divine masculines knew that it's like, you know what the real chaos is? The real chaos, it's like people want to make it seem like you are the chaos, or maybe right now they're confused because it feels like you're bringing in all this chaos. But what the real chaos is the fact that they've been dealing with people who have been plotting their downfall, like people who have been using your divine masculine's energy to just build themselves up, right? Giving really bad advice, disguising it as, no, 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 I'm looking out for you. What do you mean? What, you think I would make a move like that? Like I've known you all your life, or you think you think you can't trust me? Do you know who you're talking to? And then your divine masculine would be like, oh, you know what? You're right. You're true. Like it's like Stucky, right? Edward, I'm your lawyer. Like we've known each other for however long. That's that shit that's happening. That's that movie Pretty Woman, guys. So that's what I'm feeling here, is like everything is just making sense, but in a really chaotic way. Lots of clarity coming in for your divine masculines. Oh, divine feminines, ever since you stepped on the scene, you have just been causing such a stir. Look at that. Third eye clarity. They can't unsee what they've seen now. And everybody's blaming you. Because it's like before you came into the picture, the divine masculine was easy to be manipulated, right? It was easy to make them do whatever people wanted them to do. And then they start hanging around with you. And all of a sudden they got boundaries. All of a sudden, oh, they're opening up their mouth about stuff. All of a sudden their perspectives are changing. All of a sudden, you know, they're more easygoing about things that they were more aggressive about before. It's like, whoa, who's responsible for this big change, right? Hey, you know, you've been in a good mood lately. What's going on, right? Giving off that trusting energy. And then, but now I feel like they're pumping the brakes on that. A lot of the chaos as well. I'm also hearing too, as we progress in this reading, that like they're learning to deal with the chaos in a way that, like, look at that. We have cold and detached at the top of the deck here. Let's see what's at the bottom. Regret, repression. Okay, so they're trying not to like let the energies get them down and spiral out of control, which is like, I regret telling these people things. I regret trusting these people. Instead, they're trying to remain very cold, detached, see it as a soul lesson. This could have a lot to do with you, divine feminine, because of the energy and the things that you share and like your contribution to the spiritual journey. That's why you are guided to speak or teach or gain information about the twin flame or ascension process. It's to help them get that clarity while they're going through a lot of this chaos. And now many of them are learning to remain detached. Maybe this is a soul lesson. Maybe it's okay for these relationships to fall away. I remember the divine feminine saying something corny or cheesy, like, you know, you got to let things go in order to bring things in. And maybe he might have heard a tarot reading of yours, or he might have seen on your Facebook page, you know, the Tower card. And all of a sudden he's feeling like, you know what? Every little thing is gonna be all right. Okay, so that's the energy, guys. Like, that's what I'm picking up on. If a lot of you are feeling, you know, the chaos, I feel like the universe is saying, just let divine timing do its thing. Your masculines will get that clarity or see the truth all on their own. Because many of you might be like, I hope they're okay. You know, you can feel their curiosity, their love for you. But I feel like for many of you, them keeping away or staying away right now, being in this very cold and detached energy, is the universe's way of protecting you. You know how they can say like rejection is divine protection? That's what I'm feeling for you. So what I'm going to do as the conduit for these beautiful connections is give you guys the truth, divine feminines, okay? So what is to be revealed about the true connection between the divine masculine and feminine? Yep. All right, so we'll take these two and we'll take the one that fell out here. We have romantic feelings, okay? So your feelings are real and they're worth exploring, okay? And those are very powerful words, okay? It's not just, oh, romantic feelings, let's explore romantic feelings, cool. No, these feelings are real, okay? This journey, this union energy, it's real and it's worth exploring. And in order to explore it, they're gonna have to change things up, leave a different path behind. A path that a lot of people weren't banking on them getting off of, because those people were hoping to cash in some way. And now that's about to shift or change. Okay, we also have children. So for many of you, a lot of these hiccups or, chaotic energy or trying to keep you two apart from one another. It could have a lot to do with children. Maybe that's not the path that they had destined for the divine masculines. Maybe the divine masculines, they, like, it's more than just children. I'm hearing inner child, like I'm hearing inner child healing. You're making someone's dreams come alive. Like, you know, you're making someone who has been very focused and serious on getting results for other people for the first time ever. You're making them stop and smell the roses, have fun again, you know, remember their truth, remember what it means to be happy and in love again. Okay, your love life is being affected by children, or just the energy, or you know, the experiences of children. Childhood could be very significant. Okay, and then we do have wedding, and it may not be like, you know, the wedding bells ringing, white dress walking down the aisle. That's just more of like a symbol here. See how their hands are tied together. This union energy, like it's not stopping. It's going to continue to unravel. Okay, it's like when you take a ball of yarn and maybe you drop it from a height, and it just keeps unraveling. Like it's like nothing or no one can stop the unraveling. Okay, the situation involves marriage. If you can kind of take away the aspect of marriage here and replace it with the word union, I think that that better depicts the truth of this connection. Okay, your experience with your masculine, whoever comes to mind as soon as I say your divine masculine, okay, that is your person. Okay, this whole union between you two, it's part of this lifetime. Okay, it's not something that anybody can come in and shift and change. There's some kind of connection, love connection with romantic feelings here that is so potent, it is so strong, that not even the chaos and the negativity and, you know, fueling one another with that separation energy, not even that can keep you two apart. The union energy was given to you both as a gift to do something very, very, very important for the world. Do not forget that, is what I'm being guided to tell you guys. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys for this reading. I hope you have enjoyed. If ever you guys want to reach me over at hipsy.com to connect personally for a reading, make sure you do that. I'd love to connect with you guys. And if you want to join the memberships, I've got tons of videos on there where I do touch a little bit on my own personal journey as well. All right, I love you guys. Take it easy, and you have a wonderful day. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye, guys.